A former administrator with the Middletown School District describes their football program as having a, quote, win-at-all-cost mentality.
But this year, there would be no victories for the Blue Raiders after hazing allegations canceled the football season. I sat down with the parents of two victims who want justice in a story you will only see here on CBS 21, produced by executive producer Tyler Jeske. Middletown, Dauphin County's oldest community, where football runs deep through its roots. But this year, the Friday night lights did not turn on.
He was sitting, he was afraid. You can tell he was nervous and scared, and he was afraid of what was about to happen to him.
I'll never unhear that or unsee that. It's horrible.
Two families, one eerily similar story. The parents of two Middletown football players described the horrific videos brought to their attention just days into the summer practice season. I'm sorry to ask you, but I have to ask, what did the video show?
Him being held down by multiple people, screaming as loud as he can, wanting help, not receiving it.
They're two of 6 victims of sexualized hazing, allegedly at the hands of their teammates. The Dauphin County DA saying there were repeated assaults and they've charged 10 juveniles.
They were using the massager that you see on TV, the one that pounds the muscle. That's what they were using as the instrument on him.
And where were they putting this instrument?
It's rectum, his backside.
These parents, whose identities we are hiding, tell us the graphic videos were shared on social media. And so you can hear your son in this video.
Yeah, I can hear him like yelling and saying no, like he didn't want anyone to touch him, but I can hear him yelling and a whole bunch of other kids yelling.
The devil's coming for you. The devil's coming for you.
The Middletown School District says the hazing was reported to them on August 11th. They began investigating the next day and removed the players from the team.
You know, this came to light because of the video that was shared with my son, but then when you do a little digging in, you have 5 more assaults recorded with audio.
A surveillance system in the turf room capturing it all, but it appears no one was watching. In an email to CBS 21, Superintendent Dr. Shelton Hunter says, keep it in mind that this situation happened in the summertime when a full complement of students and staff were not in the building.
How far away was help? How far away was someone that should have been there for them? Because the screams were horrific and no help came.
August 15th, Middletown's head coach resigned. Then, on August 24th, the season was canceled. A padlock on the field before they could ever take it.
I want to be clear that when we say hazing, we're talking about the sexual assault of kids.
Attorney Nathaniel Foote is representing 3 of the families who say their sons were sexually assaulted.
What the parents are very upset about is the fact that their children were left unsupervised for so long.
The Middletown School District has made changes. In a letter to CBS 21, officials outline a detailed 3-phase plan. Already, they've changed the athletic code of conduct, required coaches to attend anti-hazing courses, and created a new hazing reporting system. Starting in January, Stop Hazing will be getting data from the district and community to create a plan that will shift the culture in a positive direction. Do you feel in this particular situation with Middletown that the word hazing cheapens what happened to these students?
Many people out there are still learning the full spectrum of hazing.
According to Stop Hazing, hazing behaviors range from intimidation to harassment and violence. This chart specifically mentions sexual simulations and even sexual assaults. And I want to know how your son is doing today.
He's not doing really well. He's his grades are low and he's like distracted by things. He doesn't like large crowds anymore.
This parent says they moved to Middletown because of the school. Now,
he said he didn't want to go to Middletown school anymore.
The other parent says his son still wants to be a part of the team.
He's doing good in school and wants to stay at Middletown and wants to be a part of that community that he's known his whole life.
The goal around here used to be winning state championships. But now?
Number one goal is to protect the kids and then teach them. And they failed on number one goal completely.
Well, Middletown says it has arranged counseling for victims, and you can read the full letter from the superintendent at CBS21.com.
It's a big part of the story we haven't heard yet, thank you very much for doing that, Jasmine. Meanwhile, the attorney for the victim says a suit has not been filed. The Dauphin County DA's office says its investigation is still active and they're looking at additional allegations. However, no charges have been filed there yet.